Hello students. So this is the continuation of the fifth lesson, lines and angles. So I am your Shruti teacher. So till now we have studied about the different types of angles, pairs of angles. Even though the pairs of angles are supplementary, complementary and corresponding, we are not studied still. Adjacent angles we have studied. So based on the pairs of lines, some more examples or some more pairs of angles we can study here. So first, before that, about angles, if you want to study, before that, pairs of lines, just briefly I'll explain. That is intersecting lines. The word itself, it indicates as a intersecting. So intersect, some it at one point, maybe in another point also. So intersecting means a line which is intersect or cut at a single points, that is called as intersecting. So here are the examples. The line, two line or a single line is intersecting at the point C here, and here this is a point of contact. We can tell the line which is intersecting, that is called as point of intersection, and these are the intersecting lines. Okay, so by the definition, how we can define two or more lines, the two or more line meet at a common point. See here, common point are called as intersecting lines. Okay, and the common point is called as intersecting point. Okay, then next type of line is a transversal line. See, transfer means transferring or transfer. So the line which is intersect two or more lines at a distinct points is called as a transversal line. See the picture here, the two line L1 L2, a two line is there, L1 L2, and the line, one line is intersecting at two distinct point. Okay, two distinct point at a different L1 and L2. So these are this T is called as transversal line, and in this case here there is no condition at all for the lines, but here there is a condition, I'll tell afterwards. So here is also L1 and L2. The transversal line is cutting at the different or distinct points. This is called as transversal line. Next type of line is parallel lines. See, parallel lines means you can observe the radial. Okay, see that this is a line. The two lines or more than two lines which are continuing without joining any point or without intersect at any point, and are also called as the distance between the two lines is same if you measure of any time. This is called as a parallel lines. See the line, if you are decreasing or developing both the sides, the arrow marks stands for that only. Arrow marks means it is still continuing. If you want, you can continue, that means. So if you continued, there is no intersecting point. That type of lines are called as parallel lines, and this is also the parallel lines. You can observe like this, like this, like this. So you can see like this, the same distance between the two lines if you measure anywhere, that are called as parallel lines. Here one more, then based on the parallel lines, the different types of angles will come, that is corresponding angles and alternative angles. How? Because if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal line, see, if two parallel lines, okay, lines are cut by a transversal, see this is your transversal line, each pair of corresponding angles are equal. See, corresponding, then which are the corresponding angles? See, corresponding is in the shape of, see, Vertically opposite, what we did when an intersecting line, the vertically opposite, isn't it? Those are equal, we said. In the same way, it is in the stands for x, but in the corresponding angles, it stands for F shape. That means here one angle, here one angle. If you write F like this, here line and here line, but this F is always a parallel and this line stands for transversal. I hope you understand. Okay, anywhere here you can observe, here we can observe, see, this is your F, I can take, and 1 and 2 angle are corresponding. If you take reverse, if you take this 5 above 6, this is your F. Okay, this is how we can show here. And in another 3 and 4, 5 and 7 and 8 are the corresponding angles. Just it is the C1 1 2 is a corresponding because this is your line. Okay, these are the corresponding angles. Again this 5 and 6 because this is your F, and this 3 and 4, why? Because this is your F, and this 7 and 8, why? Because this is your F. See, can you observe, isn't it? So in a one only I am showing, so don't get confused at all. Okay, then here I have mentioned these are always equal, means it is, if it is 30 degree, this is also 30. So F shapes corresponding angles, these are always equal, even vertically opposite angles as. So now another parallel lines, F shape after Z shaped. Z, see, this is your Z. See, if the two lines are parallel, Z shape it is. How it is Z? See, it is in the reverse process. So angle here. Okay, if it is a line here, transversal line, then this is your F. See, okay, or else you can take these two. Okay, because this is your Z. These are always equal, means this is 30 degree, means this also 30 degree. If it is 60 degree, these are also 60 degree. See, when a parallel line offers, when a transversal line cuts the line, then corresponding angles are equal, alternative angles are equal. When the intersecting lines, the vertically opposite angles are equal, the parallel lines corresponding angle and alternative angles are equal. Keep it in mind. These are the types of pairs of angles, the rules, or you can take the specific conditions for the pairs of angles. Okay, now we can go for the exercises. So this is the exercise 5.2. So based on the pairs of lines and angles, state the property that is used in each of the following. See, property means which is here, the transversal line is there and two parallel lines are there here. Okay, two transversal line, different types of parallel lines are there and a different transversal lines are there. So which property means based on the parallel and transversal line, we can observe that corresponding angles are alternative angles and vertically opposite angles we can observe here. So here the condition is also given, if A is parallel, so it stands for the A line is parallel. So parallel line, it is the symbol. Okay, perpendicular means here like this. Okay, we should learn these all the shortcuts. If A is parallel, then angle 1 is equal to 5. So where is 1? Here. Angle 1 is equal to 5. So it is based on, see, it is stands for F. So it stands for F means it is corresponding angles, isn't it? So these are properties corresponding angles. So this is, if given A is parallel B, then angle 1 is equal to angle 5. If two parallel lines are cut by transversal, each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Then second one, if A is parallel to B, angle 4 here, 4 and 6, see. Then if this is the case, which is shape it is here, the two line stands. So it shapes as a Z. So Z stands for alternative interior angles. So exterior means opposites. Then what we can write? When a transversal line cuts two lines such that pairs of alternative interior angles are equal by the parallel. Then which property it is? It is alternative angles. Third one, if 4 plus 5 plus 180, then A is parallel to B. See, A is parallel to B. Where is 4? Here. Plus 5 plus 180. So it is co-interior angles. See, interior 3 and here 3 and 6, because one side it is co-interior, we can tell this. So it doesn't have any property, only we can tell. This is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles, sum is always 180. Interior, it is co-interior. The 2 and 8 are co-exterior angles. So these are the sum of co-interior and exterior angles are 180 degree or in supplementary. So we can write that when a transversal line cuts two lines such that the pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. So it is, by mistake it is equal. The lines have the parallel lines. Then go for the second. In the adjoining figure, adjoining means side figure, identify the pairs of corresponding angles, pairs of alternative interior angles, not exterior, the pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal line with the vertically opposite angles. So pairs of corresponding angles means F shape. So where is that? So 1 and 5, isn't it? So 1 and 5. Again 2 and 6. Okay. Then 4 and 8. Again 3 and 7. Okay. All are the corresponding angles. Then the pairs of alternative angles. Alternative means it is in the Z shape. So if you are taken 2, with the opposite, the same opposite we can take. So 8. Then if you take 3, see here interior only, not exterior. So 3 and 5. Okay. So this is your alternative angles. The pairs of interior angles on the same side. Interior means these are 4 angles are interior on the same side of the transversal. Those are nothing but 3 and 8. One more, 2 and 5. These are the interior angles on same side. So this side and this side. Then the vertically opposite, it stands for X. See here, opposite 8 and 6, 5 and 7, 1 and 3. Okay. 4 and 4. Okay, this is the vertically opposite angles. Then the third question, in the adjoining figure, P is parallel to Q. See, where are those parallel lines? Here. Find the unknown angles. Unknown angles are A, B, C, D, E, F. Only one angle is given, how we can find. So this type of examples are very important. See, only one using we can find the others. We have learned so many type of angles here. So by using those we can study how it is. See, 125 using we can find the value of F or E. Why? Because it is a line. This line, transversal line, is a linear pair we can take. By that, 125 plus F is 180 degree, because it is a linear pair. So if it is the case, what is about F? What about F? So F is 55 degree. So here F is 55 degree. Now if F is 55 degree, the F and E are vertically opposite angles. So the E also 55 degree. So here we have written. So instead of this line, you can take this line also to find the E value first. Afterwards also you can say E is equal to F. Again A is equal to F. This angle A is equal to F. Why? Because these are alternative angles. These are alternative angles, interior angles. So then even A is also F. Then you can, now you got A means we can use A plus D is equal to 180, or A is equal to A plus B is equal to 55 degree, or A is equal to C also, because it is vertically opposite angles. So here, so A plus B is equal to 180, because these are linear pair here. So the sum of these two 180 degree. Then B is equal to 125 itself, or you can directly, you can say that F is equal to B also. Okay, or else you can first A is equal to B. However, you can take all the angles will correct same. So in this case, B is 125 degree, A is equal to C, and B is equal to D, vertically opposite angles. So this is how the A, B, C, D, E, F angles we can find out. Without forget, you have to write the reason compulsory for all the examples in the geometry. Now go for the fourth question. Find the value of X in each of the following figures if L is parallel to M. So if L is parallel to M means this is a transversal line. We can observe here, and these are the transversal line. Even LA is equal to B here, I think so. See the first one. X value we have to find. See, X directly can you find? No. See, if you 110, using the 110 only we have to find the X. So if you have taken this one, vertically opposite angles, then X plus 110 is equal to 180 degree, because it is a co-interior angle, sum is equal to 180. By that method also you can take here, or this angle also you can take, angle L. Okay, LT, LNT. This is the also 70 degree, because the sum of linear pair T 70 degree is equal to X, because it is a alternative angles. So but here we have taken the method given L is parallel to M, T is transversal line. Therefore interior vertically opposite angles between L and T is equal to 110. Then directly 110 plus X is equal to 180 degree. These are supplementary angles. Then X is equal to 70 degree. In the same way, second in the diagram, see here, this X and 2X are interior, co-interior angles. This co-interior angle sum is equal to 180 degree. So X plus 2A is equal to 180 degree. X plus 2X is equal to 1 interior. So interior opposite angles. Then 3x is equal to 180, x is equal to 180 by 3 because 3 and x have a product. So 3 transferring by multiplication it becomes division. So 180 divided by 3 is equal to 60 degrees. So x value is 60 degree. Then in the third question, what it is? Here x is unknown. These two are parallel. We have to observe very carefully. Which property can you use here? See, directly interior angles, because here corresponding angles. See here, this is your F. Directly you can take it because this angle is equal to 80 degree, this angle is equal to 80 degree, 80 and 80 100, or you can take directly here. This is the corresponding angles 100. See, 100 because L and F are L and M are parallel lines. X is equal to, because these two are corresponding angles, so x is equal to 100 degree. Then fifth one, in the given figure the arms of two angles are parallel. The arms are means these two arms are parallel, that's why they are showing like this, parallel, and even this is also in parallel shape. Then if triangle ABC, where is a ABC triangle? So we can join here. Okay, find, actually it is not a triangle, it is angle, it is 70 degree. Then find the triangle angle DGC. This angle we have to find. Again DEF also we have to find. See, these both are same because these are corresponding angles. So even F and G also angle same because these are also corresponding angle. So by mathematically how we can write? See, given AB is parallel to DE and BC is a transversal line. Angle ABC is a 70 degree. ABC is equal to DGC because corresponding angles. Then automatically angle DGC is 70 degree. Then another condition, if you want to find this one, so already DGE is a 70 degree we got. Then what about DEF? These are also corresponding angles, then automatically DEF is also 70 degree. So by the corresponding angles. Then the sixth one is, in the given figure below, decide whether L is parallel to M or not. See, when the parallel lines reverse, see, parallel lines if are there means alternative angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and interior angle of sum is equal to equal, or exterior sum equal to equal, or vertically opposite angles also may equal, but there is not condition for all the time. But parallel means alternative, corresponding, interior sum, these all are equal we have to show here. Interior sum is supplementary we have to show. Based on this we can apply, and whether if those are same then the given lines are parallel, we can say reverse it is. So it is in the first condition we can observe the figure, these L and M are the parallel line or not we have to check. Means, see here interior sum is given, means if you add these two you must get a 180 degree, then only we can say that L is parallel to M. So whether it is how, see 126 plus 44 is equal to 170, then it is not, because we must get a 180 degree here. Okay, so L is parallel to M because sum of interior opposite angle should be 180 degree. If one, so then next one, here also see it is a, even we can add this. Okay, if this is not true, if it is also 75 degree, Then 75 is also not a plus 75 plus 75 is equal to is not 180 degree. It gives a 150, means this is also wrong. This also not a parallel. Then here, same here, 57 means this is a vertically opposite angle. This automatically 57. Directly you can check 57 plus 123 is not, is whether the sum 180 degree or not. Yes, it is 180 degree due to supplementary angles property of parallel lines. Then the fourth one, last but not the least, here also we can check. See, interior 70 degree means interior exterior vertical opposite angle is also 70 degree. Then 72 plus 98 is not equal to sum. If you add those two, it will not obey the rule or property of parallel line. Then L and M are not parallel. By the diagram also you can conclude that. So this is all about the 5.2 exercise, and this completes the lines and angles here. So study well, students, and when you are going to practice more, then only you can able to understand the what are the types of pairs of angles. So what are the conditions, what are the properties, what, how we can apply, how we can find out. It is very interesting actually if you try to understand and try to involve in this lesson. So thank you one and all. Learn and complete the fair.